And good evening. I'm your friend Scotty Ray here at Scotty Ray's Weather. As we go into a Monday evening, there's still a few folks without power, but I'll tell you what, things have really turned around. And I know there's some folks that are watching tonight that don't have the power, that have those questions. And joining us now from EMEPA, Julie Boles. Good evening to you, Julie.
Hi, Scotty Ray. Thanks for having me.
Y'all have made some big progress today, have you not?
We have really brought the outages down significantly. We are at just under 1,200 as of 7:30 this evening. And so we've made a lot of progress, but we know there's still folks out there that don't have power, and we just want to let them know that we have not forgotten about them. We are working to get everyone restored.
Now, I just got the map pulled up, and you've got probably, let me hit an update here. Yeah, and it has updated 300 less people since I last checked it. Mm-hmm. So we're at 1,205.
Yes, and we have got assistance from neighboring electric cooperatives that arrived today that are providing assistance to our crews. So we have about 100 personnel of our own that have been doing storm work throughout, yesterday and today, and now we have about 75 additional people assisting our crews. So we've got folks from Tombigbee Electric, Singing River Electric, and Ford County Electric, as well as contract crews helping.
Now, looking at the numbers, it's now showing that Lauderdale County has decreased to 946. Where is that in the county where that still remains the most damage?
We still have the most damage around the Oak City area and Highway 495, Center Hill. We're seeing a lot of damage out there still. Folks we've got crews on the ground. In fact, some of our assisting crews, we've got our Tombigbee Electric folks helping us out on Highway 495. We've got Singing River Electric crews helping us around the Center Hill area. We also have crews still working out on Old Highway 80, and I think that is North Lakeland Drive there. We've had crews changing poles out along that area all day today. So we still have some scattered damage and outages across the county. We have made a lot of progress on the Collinsville substation. All of the transmission has been restored, and so the substation is back and has power, but we do still have some circuits from our Collinsville substation that are still without power because of damage on the distribution side. So we've made a lot of progress there, but we still have some work to go.
So what is the timeline now or is there a way to give a timeline on what we're looking at of these last remaining 1,500 people?
Well, it's difficult to give a timeline for specific locations, but we do expect that we will have another full day of work tomorrow before we have a 100% restoration. But we still have crews out there tonight, and they will be working well into tonight. I mean, they will work until safety conditions, and they just no longer can work because of needed rest. So we're still going to see significant progress throughout tonight. And then, of course, we will still have some work tomorrow.
All right, and this comes about with the next question, and I'm sure EMEPA is all over this as well. As we are getting over this storm, we're starting now to see from the National Hurricane Center that we could have something happening this Father's Day weekend, whether it's a tropical depression or a tropical storm. I don't think it will go higher than a tropical storm, but we do stand the chance of getting some weather.
That's right. With hurricane season, you just always have to know that there's the possibility for that. And the good thing about hurricanes is that we do see them coming. It's not a quick pop-up storm like what we're dealing with this current outage. So there's time to prepare. There's time to plan. But we don't need that on top of what we're dealing with now. So we're just hopeful that we won't have a big impact from that. But you just always got to be ready.
And I've got that pulled up on the screen as we're talking, the path from the National Weather Service, and it's a 70% chance within the next 5 days that this will develop. And if you look at the head-on of the way this is headed, it looks as though it would head toward Louisiana. It has a chance to go to Texas and Mississippi. But as we pull up, and I've got models as you get into. Let me go here and pull up this map here, and for everybody that's watching, just to understand just how severe this could be for us as we turn on. Let me update that if that'll work right, and turn on the spaghetti models. And what I'm showing here is if it were to come ashore at Lake Charles, Louisiana, it would turn right and go through Mississippi and cross right at Lost Gap. If it comes in east of Baton Rouge, it will cut across just west of downtown Newton and into Mississippi if it were to go there. And again, this is hypothetical, days in advance. All of this can change, as we've seen storms do this many, many times. But that is what we're looking at if it possibly changes and does set course to New Orleans, somewhere around Baton Rouge and those areas for the Meridian area.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Sally Ray. We just, have to be prepared for whatever comes our way. Hopefully, if it doesn't strengthen, it remains just a tropical depression. That by the time it gets to us, it will just see some heavy rainfall. That's what we're hoping for, at least. But we just have to be prepared and be ready for whatever Mother Nature throws at us.
All right, and again, recapping, if somebody just tuned in, we're down to 1,200 people, or 1,200 meters. That's a better way to word it. Crews are going to be working into the night. And again, talking about the worst of the worst areas of where we had, Julie.
Yes, we have really around the Okeechobee area, of Highway 495, of Center Hill. We do still have some out in the Lost Gap area and some scattered elsewhere around the county. Clark County, I have not mentioned Clark County. They have been fully restored, and so all of the crews from Clark County will be headed up to help with the Lauderdale County outages as well.
But that's a bit of good news there in the dark with the clouds around us, is it not?
That's right. Every meter we get on and every case we can clear is good news.
And I had somebody mentioned, and go over this because Brian Warren mentioned, just made a post there that Oak Street off of State Boulevard Extension is not listed on the map. And they can send that in through this, can they not?
Yes, you can report your outage through our outage map, both on our website at emepa.com as well as our free smartphone app. Of course, if you prefer to call in, you can always call in your outage as well to 581-8600.
And I've got it pulled up for an example here where it says current outages, where you can you put in your account number, your phone number, or your meter number, and then you shoot it and it comes directly to y'all, and y'all know exactly where the house is that way.
That's right, we sure do.
All right, and I just had somebody else said they just got their power on State Boulevard on Oak Street, so it must have just come on there.
You know what, Cyrus? Just since we've been talking, we're down to now 10,028 outages. So we've gone from 1,200 to just slightly over 10,000 in the last few minutes. So that just proves they are out there and they are working and they're making progress. That
is even better news, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So that's almost 500 people that got their power back in that few moments there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, these guys are out there working, and in fact, we've had some more rainstorms come through since they've been out there tonight. A lot of the crews out there are soaking wet. They don't have a stitch of dry clothing on their bodies, but they are dedicated and they are working hard to restore power.
All right. Well, Julie, thank you for taking time and talking with us about the power outage, and we'll check back with you in the morning. And we've got great internet connection now. I fixed my issues. Everything will be good.
That's good to hear. I appreciate you, Scotty Ray.
Thanks so much. And we'll be talking with you, Julie.
All right. Thank you.
Again, Julie Boles joining us from EMEPA with an update tonight on what the weather is doing and where we are as we pull up. Let me pull this back up while we're still talking here. Again, down to 1,028 meters. As you look at this across our area here that are without it. As we go in and look at the county breakdown, Lauderdale County now at 766. Kemper County is down to 203 and 24 meters in Newton and 1 in Neshoba County. That's what we're looking at. Now, I'm going to take this out of my ear if y'all don't mind. That I've gotten used to not hearing myself talk, and when you can hear yourself talk again, it almost messes you up. Those last few years of radio, I just quit wearing them because it about made me deaf with headphones through the years. So I don't wear much unless I'm on the phone. So I got that out, and I can think a little bit better now. As we talk about what is coming this weekend, I don't expect it with what the models are saying. It's Mother Nature, but I expect it to be at most tropical, maybe not reaching hurricane status, but we could get a lot of rain from this. That is the big word we hear from everybody that follows these storms, that Mississippi should get a lot of rain. What that means is we're already saturated. We've got a bunch of trees down, and if you mix any amount of wind with that, it could cause more tree damage to fall on lines, and we don't want that. But as we were showing the spaghetti models just a moment ago, there is a chance that could come right through the Meridian area. So we've got several days in advance. The National Hurricane Center has listed this at 70% now of becoming a tropical depression, which means it'll build up a little bit there. And let me pull this map back up because you could have just tuned in here. This is what we've got, and let me show here. Here's the weather browser. As we look at this, this is where this storm is sitting right now. It could go west and go into Mexico. It could go toward Florida, but we've got three strands of this model showing it coming toward this direction. Lake Charles, near Baton Rouge, and all points puts it here in East Mississippi. As you'll look at this, as you look how this crisscrosses across the state, right through the Meridian or just north, just west of Newton there, as we were showing that a moment ago. And this would put it just west of Lawrence right there. And then right across here from the Conehatta Post Office, about a couple of miles there east of there. Again, we're early. This is not in concrete. I don't want to scare anybody by any means. I just want to show you the possibilities of what could happen over the next few days. That's what we're looking at. Now, tonight, as we look at radar, we got a few showers here on the east, southeast of Clark County and around Gilberttown to Silas, Alabama. As we go back across, we watch some heavier activity that we got here in the western side of the state. Here's Hattiesburg, and we go over here to the west side of the state, and we look at this Highway 84, Mendenhall, right in that area there, getting some rain tonight. Pretty significant rain as well that they're getting there. Brookhaven sits here. Y'all will get that rain here in a few moments there. Canola, Mississippi. That's what our radar looks like this as of tonight. Again, a lot of folks have been without power, and the 1,000 people that are still listed without power, I feel for you. Our power came back on about 2 hours ago, and then right before I went live, it went back off again, and now it's the generators turned back off, and I've gone back to power. So we're back on. We're on the south side of Center Hill. As she was talking about, Center Hill got hit one of the hardest all the way through the Collinsville area, Twiddly Branch. And, of course, as we spoke this morning, all the boat ramps are closed, so you won't be able to go fishing here in the next little bit. That's kind of off. All right, let's go down and see comments. Good afternoon from Donna Roseman. Turner Shockton is watching there. We appreciate it. Thank you. Donna Peebles thinking EMEPA still out in the Lost Gap Fairchild Road area there. Shirley Gardner sent that in. Hopefully you'll get that before long. We hope so. And she said, God bless those power workers and hope they stay safe. Oak Street, we brought that up just a moment ago. Got some power back in there. Charlie Wiggins, EMEPA is awesome. And I have to agree with you. They really try hard. Some things can't be helped. It's out of their control, but they really work hard to let you know when something is not working, and as soon as they can get it back on. As we go down, Shelley Eldridge says she's finally got power. A big thanks to EMEPA. And I think Shelley had gotten some serious tree damage, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't you, Shelley, if I remember right, when all that storm came through? Carolyn Hodge is watching. Power went out at 6 p.m. today on Dr. Brock Road in Meridian. So hopefully that's going to be back up here in a few moments. And a lot of times what you'll notice, to fix one problem, they have to take somebody else down for just a little bit to repair it, to tie it all back together. And that may be what's going on with your situation. Michelle Dixon, I think, is now in her tent. Am I not right? I've been watching you all day set up your big huge tent to sleep in so it'd be cooler at night. No power how much damage there was. It was a lot of damage in Kemper County there, Damascus area, tons of it there. Linda Jane watching from over in Giles, and I think everything in Giles was okay from the video and all the different pictures that I saw east side of Scuba. I think that side was okay. It had some heavy rain, but boy, when you get down through in between 493 and Highway 495 coming straight to Lauderdale County, the worse it got. So that's sort of a wrap-up of what we've got tonight of the power outages. And let's look at what we've got nationwide. Let's pull up the map here of what it's showing for the state. As we look at Mississippi, down to 3,600. Now, we started out this morning at 22,000 people without power this morning. We're down to 3,600. That's great news. Alabama down to 574. Louisiana, 627 people. And 12,000 without power in the state of Texas. All of these, if you'll see here, a lot of people there. 12,000 up in Pennsylvania. California, there's always an issue there. Almost 16,000 people without power there. So we're watching these things. Join me in the morning at 6:30. We'll have an all-new weather update to let you know what's going to happen tomorrow. We do have a little heat stress, and let me pull this up to show you. Now, today we had those heat indexes get pretty high here. Tomorrow, we're probably going to be 98, 99 tomorrow. As we pull this up and show you what is expected for tomorrow, it's going to be south of here, the Hattiesburg area there, expecting 105 heat index. From Natchez to Brookhaven over just south of Laurel, as you're getting ready to move into Hattiesburg area there, that we'll pick up, and that's from 10 until 7. So hot afternoons if you're going to be working in those areas. So keep that in mind as you plan your day. If you got to work outside and keep these the power guys, and they're in the middle of all this. You got to have plenty to drink. Don't overdo yourself. It can be bad. I've seen one or two people back when I worked in safety that did have heat strokes that got over, and it's rough. It'll really mess with you. So be careful of that. Again, thank y'all for joining me, and Candace will be back in the morning at 8 o'clock as we'll bring you a new show, tell you what's all going on around Lauderdale County and nationwide. Give you our opinions on all that. Join us here at Facebook. You can join us on YouTube, Twitch, or you can watch us on television also. The cable companies carry us, MTV, 248 on your Comcast. You can flick that on and watch it, or you can watch it on TV as well at 24.3. Either way, join us. There's several ways to watch it. We hope you'll be a part of it. I always love the feedback, and the only show that you can interact with on television as well. We do thank you, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Thank each and every one of you for stopping by and spending a little time with us, and thank you to all the sponsors there that join us each day to bring you the weather in and out every day. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by